Yeah. Yeah. It's worth it. What's worth it about it? You're probably asking. Well, it's made by Hideo Kojima. Oh, you mean like the fucking blah 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 blah? Shut up, man. Shut up. Get out of here. Door's over there. Just leave, man. But yeah. Death Stranding 2 is made by Hideo Kojima, or directed, written, and produced by Hideo Kojima. And yeah, it was made by a bunch of other people, developed by a bunch of people, and I think they did a fucking fantastic job. I think they did an even better job than they did on the first game. So why did it take them 5 years to develop Death Stranding 2? Oh! Why did it take them, say, 5 years to develop Death Stranding 2? The gameplay is the exact same. Well, why does it take any time to develop a game with the same gameplay? Why did it take Larian like 7 years to develop Baldur's Gate 3, even though he used the gameplay from Divinity Original Sin 2? See, that's a question. And no one's gonna answer that question. And yeah, someone's gonna answer that question because it's a different story and map and everything. And that's my answer for Death Stranding 2. Different story, different map, whole new engine. That's the reason. As well as like a bunch of new features. That had to, yeah. So, despite the gameplay being the same, what's different about the gameplay? Well, combat is a lot smoother. It's not better, but it's excuse me. It's more streamlined, right? To use the strand, you no longer have to equip it, even though you can. You no longer have to equip it and arm it to bind any or to stealth or to take down anyone, right? Which you had to do in the original Death Stranding. Another thing is that there's no lethal weapons. You cannot equip lethal weapons, which is good, because they were kind of fucking pointless in the original Death Stranding game because of void outs. If you killed someone, you basically made a void out. If you want to know the whole lore, I'm not gonna fucking tell you the lore of Death Stranding. You have to play the game. If you think that's lazy, it's not. It's not lazy. They added a bunch of other features as well, like aid requests. They streamlined pretty much all the things that I had a problem with the original Death Stranding, right? So, there's aid requests where you can request aid from other players, or other players can request aid. Can give them equipment, tools, fieldware, weapons, all that. Even repair some of their buildings if they, even repair some of their buildings if they ask to, if they request to. Sorry. Hell, I'm even sure that there can be aid requests to build buildings or structures, right? Another thing is they added a few new vehicles. They replaced vehicles. So the reverse trike has been replaced with the Tri-Cruiser, which is a lot smoother of a vehicle than the reverse trike. I'm not gonna say it's better, even though it is better. They definitely still has problems. It definitely still gets caught on some terrain. However, it does not get caught on every little fucking pebble like the reverse trike. Trucks have been changed visually. Internally, they are literally the exact same thing. So if you liked the trucks from Death Stranding 1, then you will love the trucks from Death Stranding 2. I think because they can also hold more cargo, which is good. Mm-hmm. What else is there? It's a whole new environment as well. It's no longer set in America, it's no longer set in America. It is set in, the first few missions are set in Mexico, and the rest of the game is set in Australia. Because why the hell not? And in Australia, you will also meet or see several of the Australian native wildlife, such as kangaroos and wombats, and fuck, even echidnas. You'll see echidnas, which is fucking awesome. Name another game aside from the Sonic franchise that does not have, that has echidnas. Exactly, you fucking can't. Your Tycoon doesn't count. That's a Tycoon. That's not a video game. Anyways, what else was I gonna say? There's new weapons as well. There's grenade pistols. There's hologram grenades. There's like different kinds of hologram grenades. There's like the one where it projects a hologram of you. There's one where it projects a hologram of terrain. And there's one where it projects a hologram of a BT, which is the ghosts of the Death Stranding universe. There's also new characters. They're not important to this video. There's a new vehicle. There's a ship in the game that looks very suspiciously like the head of Metal Gear Rex from Metal Gear Solid. There's a lot of new and a lot of old returning. Some of the old characters return. Some new characters take old characters' places. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you later. Good night.